All right, guys, so the bite has slowed down here, even though the current's still running pretty good. So I think I'm going to pull up my anchor and move closer to shore and get me in about that 5-foot range. A lot of times these catfish will come up into the shallow water and look for food or whatever they're going to do. But so I'm gonna pull my lines up, move in closer to shore. Let's see if we can get anything there. If not, then I'll probably just come back out here into the main channel. All right, we'll check it out. All right, guys, I just got moved and I wasn't even here 5 minutes. And this one is taking a lot of drag here. Now, I don't have these drags set real tight. I have them set for about in the range that we're fishing here, and that's the 5 to 10 pound range. But I might tighten this one down just a little. There we go. All right, I gave it 2 clicks, tightened the drag down just a little bit. I don't mind them pulling a little bit of drag, but I don't want them to take I don't want it to be so loose that they take a bunch. And let's see here. And I moved closer to shore, but I didn't get quite in as far as I would have liked. It's still a little bit deeper here. We're still about in the probably 8-foot depth right now. I wanted to get into about 5, but I wasn't sure. I don't have a fish finder right now, or a depth finder, so I wasn't sure. But that's a nice size fish now. And it looks like he is going to want to splash me when he comes in. And again, I'm just going to take my time getting him in so he doesn't come in too feisty. It's amazing. Oh, look at here. Look at here. Oh boy. We got that front rod going down and I got a fish on the back. So I'm going to put this back one down, let him sit there since he has to calm down anyways. And let's see what we got on this front rod. This is crazy here. Maybe this is where the fish were at, is they were coming up near shore. Oh yeah, this one's got a lot of energy. Now it doesn't feel any heavier than the one on the back rod. But we'll go ahead and check it out. See what we got here. It's a busy day today for the catfish. Oh, he might be just a little bit smaller than the one on that back right there, that back rod. And he's got the leader wrapped up around his mouth. So I'm going to give him some line here and see if he can work that out for himself, so I don't have to do it. Yeah, he did too. So, well, no, he didn't. I take that back. That back one is just throwing a fit back here. But he's just going to have to wait right now, because I got to deal with this one. This one still has the leader all wrapped around his face. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see if you can get a picture of that. But that's all part of that rolling stuff that they do. But I might be able to help him out here. Let's see. I want to get underneath that leader if I can. There we go. Okay. Now be really careful when you're not sure where exactly the hook is. And I'm not on this one. And that's why you want to be careful right there. Okay, I do see the hook. And I should be able to get this out. But I'm going to have a little bit of a mess here. I'm going to have to deal with. Okay, now he's in a better. Oh man, he is just pouring water into my kayak. There we go. Okay, he's free. But man, you can see how strong these catfish are right here. Now this one, same thing, probably in the 6 to 7 pound range. But I know he's happy to be going back, so let's go ahead and turn him loose and get that back one up here if he's still on. Yeah, looks like he is. So there he goes. After soaking my shorts completely. All right, let's go ahead and pick this up. All right, my camera shut off on me there. I think I've got it set for voice command or something. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this one back. He seems to be calming down. And I'm going to go ahead and re-dip that front rod if I still even have my sponge. Which, funny thing, usually I have extra pieces with me. Well, I don't today. I have some in the truck, but what good does that do me out here, right? I'm not going to take the 45 minutes to paddle back, get the sponges, and then come back out. Man, it probably wouldn't take that long, but I'm going to go with what we got, and if they take the sponges, then I'm just going to call it a day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off so I can re-dip this front rod, get it back in, and then I'll turn it back on to get that back one in. All right, I've got that front rod re-dipped, ready to go. Now, this fish here definitely feels heavier than that one I just had on the front rod. Yeah, that's a bigger fish. This is probably going to be closer to the 8-9 pound range, I would say. And he's, you know, I try to give him a break. I let him relax a little bit, but he's still coming up full of energy. I think that's just the size of him there, but he does look like he's tuckering out. Yeah, this is definitely a bigger fish. So, no question about it. I'm actually going to strap this onto my wrist. I don't want to lose my grips. These bigger ones, I'll tell you, you gotta you gotta be careful with. And again, thank goodness I'm using these barbless hooks, because look how easy that came out. Much easier than if that barb was on there. But yeah, now he may fight me. He's been calm. Yeah, that right there is going close to 10 pounds. So that's a nice fish right there. So good sized catfish in this area. That's for sure. They're a lot of fun. But let's go ahead and get my rod out of the way here, so you can see this fish go. What is it? Why do they insist on splashing me when they leave? They ought to be happy, I would think, that I'm releasing them. But all right, let's go ahead and see if we can get any more. Well, that didn't take long. Hooked up with another one here about 2 minutes after those last two. So let's go ahead and see what we got. This feels like another big fish here. This feels like maybe this might be even bigger than that last one. Can't tell for sure. Let's check it out here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we got a nice one here. That's a nice catfish right there. That's about the same size of that last one. I'm gonna let him tucker himself out just a little bit here. I got a boat going by right now. So I don't want to bring him up right in front of him like that. Got to be careful too that if you're using more than one fishing pole, that the catfish doesn't get into your other line, because they will make a mess of it. And boy, all these fish, they're just so powerful, so strong. He's not ready yet. He's still fighting. So I'm gonna let him fight for a little bit here. You can see him just wanting to go down to the bottom. But he ain't going down to the bottom right now until I get that hook out of him. All right, he's slowing down significantly now. Not to say that he's done, because he's probably far from done, but it feels like he's lost a lot of his energy here. So well, not quite done yet. I'll try to get a good view for you there. There we go. I'm gonna have to roll him on his back because the hook's on his right side and it's easier for me to get it out like this, which makes it better for him. And that popped right out. Yeah, this is a bigger fish. Oh boy, here we go again. All right, so you can see the belly on him, pretty good size there. So let's go ahead and turn him loose. And I suppose he's gonna do the same thing all the other ones are doing, just about splashing me. I'm gonna try to let him go fast though and see if that makes a difference. That wasn't too bad, just a little tail flip there. All right, boy, we're doing really well. This is a very active day today. All right, let's sign off, see if we can get any more. Yeah, we got another one on that back rod. I'm gonna let him calm down a second. You know, the other day we were out here and Carla was saying that she doesn't like to come out and just sit, you know, where you got 30, 45 minutes between bites. Well, I can tell you, I haven't had that today. I would actually enjoy sitting here for a little bit, but these catfish are keeping me busy today. So I'm gonna have to tell her once she retires that she can come out during the week like this and catch a few more catfish than on the weekend. Weekend, you know, it's so noisy out here with all the bass boats running by. The bite isn't quite as good as it is. Oh, you know what? Look at here. This might be a channel cat, which will be the first channel cat I've caught this year, and I do believe it is. Wow, boy, that is a nice surprise. You know, there's some catfishermen out there that don't like channel cats, but since we can't catch flatheads, this is the closest thing to it as far as color goes. And so I enjoy catching these channel cats. Now, they do not, you know, they're not going to get as big as the blue cats, that's for sure. But I still like catching a channel cat every now and then. Let's see if I can readjust my camera here. See if he's ready. Well, he doesn't want to open up his mouth for me. All right, so if they don't want to open up their mouth, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set him back in the water for a little bit, let him tire himself out. I'll put it back in the rod holder there, and let him tire himself out a little bit, and then he'll come up and he'll be a lot more cooperative. There's no use fighting him here at the kayak if I don't have to. All right, so I'll go ahead and turn the camera off. I'll turn it back on once he's calmed down a little bit. All right, so this channel cat that I got on the back rod, I'm gonna bring him in and see if he's ready to cooperate and open up his mouth for me so I can get the hook out. There we go. I can tell he still wants to, fight, but now he's only going to go about 2 pounds. Okay, but it is nice. I mean, the color on him are beautiful. You know, he's got the yellow and the white belly, and he's got the spots of black in him, and of course that forked tail right there. So he's got some big thick whiskers up front here too. They're not real long, but they're pretty thick there. So let's go ahead and turn him loose and say thank you, Mr. Channel Cat. It was nice seeing you. He's swimming right there, just taking his time. All right, let's see if there's any more out here. All right, looks like we're hooked up with another one, and it is not happy right now. Kind of watch that rod for a minute and let him get some of the energy out of him there. These rod holders, see if I can point the camera there that I'm using. These are Scotty rod holders. for me, it's my favorite type of rod holder. They just work super well. They come on and off the base really easily. So I want to give a shout out to that company because they make a fine product there. All right, I think he's calming down some. See if we can bring him in here. Again, I don't want him to swim up toward the front of my kayak because my other line is right there. So I got to keep him back here. Oh, another nice big one. Oh yeah, he's full of energy. I'm gonna have too many catfish to put on this video. I may have to cut some of these out. I'm not gonna cut out that channel cat though. My camera shut off, and I think it's because I've got it on the voice command feature. So if I'm gonna check that at home and take that off if I do, because I think sometimes I say a certain word and it shuts off. So I'm not sure how much of that channel cat we got, but hopefully we got some of it anyways. This one, I thought I saw in his mouth that he may be hooked in the roof of the mouth. Can't quite tell for sure. We got a boat going by right now, so we'll just maybe wait for him to go on by. That's a decent sized fish right there. Go ahead and get the hook out. There we go. Yeah, he's talking to us. Again, another one in the 7-pound range or so. So let's get him uprighted here. And already he's trying to flip on me, so he wants to go, so we'll let him go. And there he goes. All right, we got one on the front rod. I just re-dipped that sponge because I wasn't getting any bites. And I guess that's why the sponge was empty when I brought it up. And so I re-dipped it, and it wasn't down there even 60 seconds. And a catfish grabbed it. So, oh boy. This is another feisty one here. Keeping me busy. He doesn't feel as big as what he was putting on. Oh, he's got it wrapped up around him too. You can see my 3-ounce flat sinker on the top of his head there. So I'm going to give him some line and see if he can work that out on his own here. Oh, boy, these fish pull hard. If you want to go out on the river for a fun day, this is it right here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice big catfish. These guys will put up a fight and they'll give you about all you can handle. That's for sure. Oh, man. Strong. These blue catfish in particular are very muscular. He's not ready. He's just not ready. Try again. So big and heavy. I hope he didn't get a water spot on my camera. I don't know if he's ready yet. He's still pulling really hard. Okay, now he's starting to calm down here, so. Adjusted. Boy, that's a big one. That is a big blue Potomac River catfish right there. Now, I'm in a creek channel up probably a couple miles from the Potomac, and these catfish get a lot bigger than this, but usually not this far up the creek. They don't. This is a good size one here. This one's at least probably 12 pounds. So that's a nice size fish right there. But let's go ahead and get the hook out. There we go. Oh, I love barbless hooks. This makes life so much nicer. But you can see the size of that fish. I'm not going to pick him up too far, but there he is. All right, let's make his day and turn him loose. And he didn't splash me. Wonderful. Right, there goes that rod. Again, not even 5 minutes from when I got that last one. I don't know if I've ever had a day quite as good as this one. You can see him pull. I'm going to let him sit there and just fight the rod holder. Because I don't want to bring that fish in and with him acting like that, throwing a big hissy fit. We'll let him calm himself down a little, and then we'll bring him in. You know, I suppose if these fish knew that I was using barbless hooks and was going to release them all, they'd probably just swim right up to me and let me take the hook out. Make life easy, but get my picture of them and turn them loose. But they probably think they're going to end up in the frying pan, so they're going to fight as best they can to avoid that. All right, he's calming down a little bit now, so we'll bring him in. It's funny that all of these fish are, you know, in the same 5 to 10 pound range or so. That one going maybe as high as 12. It just really surprises me that I haven't caught anything bigger. Now, my hooks right now, I'm using 5/0 hooks because I was having that issue with hooking them out through the eye, and I don't like doing that. I want to keep these fish healthy. So that's why I went down to 5/0 hooks, because it tends to keep away from their eye a whole lot more. You're probably always going to have that oddball one where it happens with these smaller hooks, but for the most part, I've been able to keep them away from their eye because I don't want to damage their eye. I just want to have the fun of catching them, getting a picture, and releasing them. Yeah, he's still fighting. He's still pulling. But we want him nice and tired when he comes up. He'll open his mouth up real nice for me, and I can get that hook out real easy. Oh, wait a minute. He just rolled himself into a situation. There we go. All right, I'm gonna see if I can drag him up now. He still does not want to get near this kayak. You can see he's doing those, he's rolling and head shaking and all that, but he's got his mouth open. That's good. That tells me he's ready. Sort of. All right. Oh, he knocked the camera down here. There we go. Put my rod in the rod holder. All right, let's see if we can get him now. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna let you go. I think he's playing with me here. Every time I go to try to get a hold of his lower lip, and then he pulls away from me. There we go. There we go. Oh, but you can see how strong these fish are. And that's why you really want to be careful with them. I'm going to keep him upside down here. I know, like some of the sharks, you can turn them upside down and it'll calm them down and almost put them to sleep. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there we go. All right. Ugh. Okay. Well, sorry, Mr. Catfish, but you got to get your picture taken. There you go. Nice, big, healthy catfish. Love it. And there he goes. All right, guys, I just finished letting that catfish go, and you know, the current's really slowing down, so I know we're coming to the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my closing here and start cleaning up and get out of here. I always leave my baits down last and clean everything else up. That way, if a fish happens to bite, I'll go ahead and put that on as a bonus footage. But I want to give a shout out to my brother Russell in Michigan. He's been crying and whining about how when I first started catfishing, he came out and I took him fishing and all we caught was these little 1 and 2 pounders, and he's fussing because he wants to get these 8, 9, 10 pounders or more. And so I'm issuing a challenge to him right now. Get your butt out here. Make the, it's like a 10-hour drive. Make the drive. Get out here. I got a kayak to put you in. I'll bring you out here and I'll let you catch some of these big catfish and you'll have a blast. So I'm issuing that challenge to my brother today, right now. So let's see if he takes me up on it. We'll put him in Carla's kayak. She's got everything set up in there. He can take the camera and he can videotape, and I'll put him on the I'll put him on our YouTube channel and let everybody see him catch some of his biggest catfish ever. All right, I'm gonna sign off. Everybody be safe out there, and we'll catch you on the water next time. See ya.